Hey guys, and welcome to Little Blackbird 91. We're talking to you guys about Tamar and Jeremy Robinson. They've since called it quits, but the conversation seems to be focused around his post that he put on IG. He kind of put a very vague description of what happened between himself and Tamar. No, he didn't cheat, but he did allude to the fact that, you know what? He wants to be in a better and happier place. And what that really means is code word for somebody was toxic. And if it's not him, we know who the other person is. Now, Tamar has had her own fair share of issues and woes when it comes to relationships. We got a great insight into how she handles her affairs maritally wise with Vince or Vance, I remember was his name, some years back when they were married. And now we've got Jeremy coming out and saying his particular piece. I'm going to read his statement and then we're going to break it down in terms of the code words of what he really, really means. Before we do, make sure you guys like, share, subscribe, click on that bell button for notification of uploads. Little black book, you know what time it is. You already know what it is, baby. We're talking to you guys about Tamar and Jeremy Robinson. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We're trying to get to 100K. We'd love you guys to support us along that journey as well. If you haven't subscribed, then make sure you do. And also join our membership as well as £1, $1. And you can join our membership only lives as well. Let's get into this video and let's talk about some real stuff here. It says his IG post says so many questions. All right, let me bring it closer. So many questions and so many assumptions. I want to answer all of that I can with respect. Yes, Tamar and I are no longer together. I ended the relationship to focus on getting back to positive energy and being a better person. I want to pause it there. I ended the relationship to focus on getting back to positive energy and being a better person. Code word for the relationship was toxic. Now, that could mean both of them, or it could mean just solely Tamar. But all we need to know is the relationship had got to a point, it became toxic, it became devaluing, it became no longer fun, it became a battle, it became a war. Because you're trying to get back to being a positive person. Why were you not positive? Well, the relationship dragged you down to a particular place where you no longer were positive in life. And I'll show you a video because he does speak about his positivity and what that actually means to him. Goes on to say, and being a better person, what happened and why. That's our private place. No, I never cheated. No, I wasn't there when she was at her mother's place when her car was burglarized. No, I never cared about fame. Who reveals their inner most embarrassing moments in their life to find fame? I've always represented famous people, and the truth is, I was in an amazing place financially and mentally, and I turned down Queen's Court several times before I gave in. Ultimately, I fell in love, and it did not end how I wanted it. So I want to heal. Tamar and I will always be friends and family for life. Thank you, respecting our privacy. Now there is a part also as well the fact that going on to these type of shows, it does help when you have a partner. A bit like what happened to Latoya Forever, having to try and force it when she wanted to go on Real Housewives of Atlanta. The Queen's Court was about relationships, about families, and about married couples, and so there is a case and a conversation where was this a little bit of a publicity relationship? Did they do it? Did he get on a TV screen just to kind of help bolster her particular brand and help her as well along the way in terms of getting the bag, in terms of obviously securing her gig on the show? That's also a conversation that was happening. But I want to point you to a TikTok that he did quite recently, and he spoke about this situation. I think the TikTok is quite insightful in terms of what he meant by his happiness. Let's go.
Morning, y'all. So I am rededicating my life to thinking positively. About a year and a half ago, I was on this spiritual journey to build up this positive force field. What does that look like? What do you mean, JR? Well, it was to live, breathe, respond, and mentally and physically be positive. And there were two things that really helped me get to a very positive place. Because I think we all know that once you involve yourself in negativity, it's like this constant cycle. And so I'm rededicating myself to some things that really, really helped me. And I think helped my growth in my maturation process. Build a positive energy force field that would protect me from all attacks, from all drama, from all negativity. First thing is, do not give words power.
Now let's pause before he gets into his points that he feels he can talk to us about in terms of creating that cycle of positivity. He lets us know that, like the positivity protects you from, the drama, all the craziness, all that kind of stuff. Well, going on a reality TV show is not protecting yourself from that drama. You're gonna get drama, whether you want it or not. You're gonna get some drama. You know what I mean? So that might have also aided the relationship breakdown too. Forget just talking about Tamar and Tamar maybe potentially being an issue. If you're trying to protect your peace and trying to keep this positivity going, then going on a show like Queen's Court, any reality TV show, will not protect your peace the way you wanted to. It'll get you the bag, but it won't protect your peace. You know what I mean? You'll get your bag, but you ain't gonna protect your peace. That's a real spit.
When people say things about you or people try to attack you, they're just looking for a response. And most times they don't know anything about you. They don't know your history. They don't know the trauma, the drama, all the things that you've been through in your life. They just know big picture about you. They may also only know who you used to be and maybe not what you've rededicated your life to. And so mentally, you have the opportunity to just be tone deaf to words that aren't positive. I think back in the day, people used to say, "Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words may never hurt me." Well, that's true. Words
It's
don't.
Well, let me pause there. It's not true. Words will definitely hurt you. Enough of the words will definitely hurt you. Now, of course, we have absolute power in terms of what we allow to fester in our spirits. And you have to remove yourself from that because words do have power. And the Bible says that life or death is in the tongue. So let's not underhand what words can actually do. What we have to do is, like you're saying, is remove ourselves from spaces where there is communication or evil communication that begins to infect us in some shape or form. So it's not just about, I'm not gonna let no words touch me. No, it's about also removing yourself from the evil communications or remove yourself from evil communications so that it doesn't affect you and doesn't strip you of your positivity, of your love, of your faith. So that's what's key in there. Just wanted to put that corrector there because I think people try to play it down like words can't hurt you. No, of course, if someone says sharp to you and says you're ugly in that moment, it can't hurt you. But if you keep staying in a place where they keep telling you you're ugly, you're gonna do yourself some damage. Get out of there.
Words don't have to hurt you if you don't give them power. The second thing is to always think positively in any situation, even in very difficult situations or conflict situations. I'm not saying to live in a fantasy world where everything is all hunky dory, but if you think of the most positive outcome, then you'll constantly be surrounded. I'll give you an example. I got into a car accident maybe about a week or
I'm going to pause there because there's nothing much to add there. I want to go back to Tamar because she actually responded as well. So she responds to him. Let's have a look what she says. All right, let's play.
Work on my mental health and change who I used to be into who I am now. And I can't help if people fall into that perception because it's easy. And I get it. But I won't let anybody hold me captive to my past and things that I have overcome. I today am mentally healthy and I'm happy. I'm hurt, but such is life. I'm surprised, but okay. But I just want everybody to know that the devil is a dirty liar, and I've worked my entire behind off. I funded this entire tour. Live Nation gave me the opportunity. I've done a lot to. I am not.
Now it's interesting that she mentioned about her mental health and how she's surprised that the relationship has got to where it's got to right now. I think I've said the same thing in this about Tyrese. I said the same thing about someone else. Unless this person really completely blindsided you, you know, unless you're not paying attention to the relationship, and then therefore, if you're not paying attention, you're not really in it. Like similar with Corey Hardrick and Tia Mowry, one of the things he said was that he was surprised by the marriage. Why surprised? Why surprised by the divorce? Because in reality, if you've been paying attention to the person, you shouldn't be surprised. Now, you might be surprised by their behavior, but you ain't surprised by the divorce. You're not surprised. You're not surprised by this breakup because you knew it was coming because the person has been telling you information that they're not liking or feeling this relationship. Now, it's very rare that a person completely goes from cold turkey to zero without no form of communication, no contact, no conversation. It's very rare. And that goes for both men and women. Whenever they tell me that, I'm like, nah, you might be the problem because how did you not pay attention that nothing that they were saying or doing was an issue? If I think about to any of my relationships I've been with, even girls I've just kind of entertained, I can tell you why the relationship didn't go any further or why it broke up the way it did because I'm paying attention to the relationship because I'm in it. Some people are in it, but they're not paying attention. It's about them and them only. That's why they can't tell you why the relationship broke up or why it's a surprise for them.
Not going to let the devil or anyone, I don't care what they say, what they put out, what they The battle is not mine. And I'm not even going to address or talk about or fall into the traps of the devil because I live by the word. And so that's what I'm doing. Okay. I'm being obedient and I'm going on tour and I'm going to have a blast and we are going to.
And I wonder if the tour was an issue. Because it sounds like I'm going to be obedient. I'm going to go on this tour. It sounds like that someone might have been having an issue with your tour, baby. Now, that's nothing to do necessarily with you per se. That's to do with them. But that could be another reason as to why why this breakup is actually taking place. So that's intriguing. That's interesting what she just said there.
Going to sell out all of these dates for all of these amazing, beautiful. I am.
That's quite interesting. So, I mean, listen, we'll report a bit later on. I'm sure some more information will come out, but I'm not blaming anybody per se. But I definitely feel like when he put his comment about being positive, that her negativity has been affecting him, and that's why we're in the place we're in right now. So we'll definitely report back a little bit later. But like, share, subscribe, click on the bell button for notification uploads. We appreciate you guys.